Hi fam, welcome back to my channel. This is Medeaij, and today's video is going to be a look into the newest collection from Morphe. This is the Sweetest Tea collection, and I can't wait to show you the eyeshadow palette and the lip kits that come in the collection. I created a look using those products, and I'm going to show you how I did it and my thoughts about the collection. So if you're interested, then keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell if you enjoy this video. Right, so the Sweetest Tea collection has an eyeshadow palette which retails for £26, and you also get two lip kits, each one retailing for £18, the value of which is £27. So if you're not familiar with the lip kits, you normally get a lip pencil, a lipstick, and a gloss. So here I'm showing you swatches on the website of the eyeshadow palette. So let's get into, testing it out. It comes in a beautiful box. I feel like the consistency of this particular box is a little bit different from the normal Morphe ones. Better quality in my opinion. Again, cardboard packaging, just like the Morphe palettes. I love the color story of this. It kind of reminds me of like the Jaclyn Hill palette and the Natural Flirt palette. Like if they got together and had a baby, that's kind of like what it reminds me of just off the bat. So in order to maximize the potential of the pinks and purples, I'm going in with a pink colored base. And this one is from Plouise. You know I love Plouise bases, so obviously I had to use her for this particular video. So reaching into the Sweetest Tea palette, so this is the 35 Sweetest Tea palette. I'm starting off with this shade. So I'm packing this in the outer corner, and this is the darkest purple shade, and it's called In the Mood. And I'm concentrating that on the outer corner and slowly bringing it into my crease. And then to blend that out a little bit, I'm using With Attitude. With Attitude is another plummy purple color, which is very true to form. So what you get in the palette, it literally translates on the lid, which I appreciate for this palette. And then to blend that out, I'm using, what's this one called? Throw a Fit. And it's like a magenta color. Applying a little bit more base onto the lid because I lost a little bit when I was blending. And then I'm starting with my shimmer shadows. I've got Like a Candy, which I'm applying closer to the matte shades that I applied on the outer corner. And just making sure that that's blended. And then I'm using another round and I'm slowly layering that a little bit on top of the first shimmer shadow. Just so that you don't know where one shadow stops and where the other one begins. So you kind of want to layer your shadows a little bit. And then in the inner corner, I'm using my Bestie. My Bestie is a really light, beautiful, rose gold pink type of shadow that I absolutely love. So I'm just going to speed through the face real quick because you've seen me do this 1,000 times. I'm using the Stila primer. It's a nice moisturizing primer. And I actually also got a new foundation sample from MAC. So the last time I got matched by MAC was many years ago. So they were offering free samples on Instagram, so I signed up for it, and they also have this online matching system. So this shade is C55. I never thought that I would be a C, so this kind of like, it threw me off. I wasn't sure. It was given a little bit of green, a little bit of, brown, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. But then as I started blending it out, it started gelling into my skin. I almost feel like the color changed up to suit my undertone, to suit my skin tone, because I've always been a neutral cool girl, so I've always been an NC girl, so either NC50, NC55, but then to have a C, I wasn't feeling it at first, but then when it all got blended, it looked really good, matched my skin tone. I was feeling it. So this might be my new go-to shade. I do encourage you from time to time to get yourself matched because, we change, we get older, our skin gets darker, we get pigmentation, things happen. So definitely do that. And then to conceal, I'm using the Ultimate Concealer from Revolution Pro. You've seen me use this 1,000 times. I have a review of this if you're interested in knowing more, but it's one of my favorite concealers from Revolution Pro. It's amazing. Fantastic concealer. Very easy to use, blends beautifully well. Very beautiful coverage. If you also have dry under eyes, this will work a treat. Just make sure you don't bake your under eye and this would just blend quite nicely. It's very hydrating as well. To highlight the inner corner, I'm using this one from Tarte. This is considerably lighter than my skin tone, no lie, I know that. But I want something light to kind of brighten the under eye. And I'm making sure that I dry it down a little bit before I go in and blend. You want to do that to get the maximum payoff, you know? You want your concealer to have a moment, let it have a moment to dry in, and then you slowly blend that out. So I'm doing that, and then I'm going to set my under eye with the Laura Mercier powder in translucent. This to me is the best combination. So use a concealer to actually conceal your dark circles, your under eye, preferably one that's closer to your skin tone. Then use a lighter concealer to highlight the areas underneath your eye that you kind of want to give a little bit more, you know, light, a little bit more attraction to, and then set it with a powder. You can choose to bake if you want to, but if you do have dry under eyes, I would recommend that you do not bake your under eye. Just a recommendation. Try that out. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm using the Revolution Pro CC powder in Warm Golden. I've said this 1,000 times. This is my answer to the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. If you love that powder and the coins is not coining, definitely get this one. It's so inexpensive and it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm using a little bit of it to blend out the powder that I left on my under eye because I don't want the white cast. So I'm just using a little bit of the powder to make sure that it's fully blended. To bronze my face, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mommy bronzer. I love this. It's very warm, very inviting. It gives definition, but a lot of warmth to the face. The eyes are very cool toned to me, so I kind of wanted to balance the warmth because I know that the lip combo from this collection is pretty warm, so I just want a little bit more warm so that it just, you know, it just blends. And then I'm going back in with the purple eyeshadow that I use, and I'm just lightly extending the outer blend just so that it doesn't look like it just all of a sudden stopped in one position, just to make it blend, flared out a little bit. And then for my eye pencil, I'm using this one from Pixie. I don't remember the name, but it will be linked in the description box in case you're interested. It's a beautiful lilac purple color. And then I'm applying the Plouise base on my lower lash line just so that I can apply in the mood on the lower lash line as well and give some definition. This is going to take you a little while to pack on that color because you've already done your base. You kind of don't want any fallout, which by the way, there was no kickback in the pan, which I was so surprised. And if you notice, I don't tap my brush, or rather I didn't tap my brush as many times in this video. I know. So yeah, that's one thing about this palette. No kickback, which I absolutely love. So blending the shadows, dream. They work beautifully well. And then I'm doing an itty bitty liner just to hide my mascara. I'm not going to wear false lashes today. I didn't think the look needed it, so we're just going to go mascara heavy. So I'm using the Morphe primer to prime my lashes first. You know this has been working for my lashes. Gives it some definition, gives it more volume. And then when I go in with a Revolution 5D mascara, it just accentuates my lashes and it makes it really big, really fluffy, almost like I'm wearing individuals. That's kind of how I feel. For blush, highlighter, and all of that good stuff, I'm using this blush palette from Trixie Cosmetics. I love it. It's beautiful. I think it's still available, so definitely get your hands on it. This is a brown girl friendly palette, 100%. The highlighters have like a peachy pink undertone to it, which makes it really beautiful. It really works with brown skin, with dark skin. So definitely check it out. And now for the lip kits. So the one that I'm going to use today is the Sweet Tea Lip Trio. Now, this is what it looks like on the model. This is what it looks like on a white piece of paper. So I was expecting it to give me a little bit of brown, you know. Definitely not as dark as on the model because the person's lighter skin tone. But I was expecting some definition, you know. This is the second one, which I will probably use in another video, but I wanted to use the first combo because it goes with the look. So this is what the kit looks like. It's called Out and About. Play on words. I love it. In the kit, you get lip pencil, lipstick, lip gloss. Love it. The value of this is £27, but you get it for 18 quid. I love picking up these kits from Morphe. They're a dream. You know I love my Morphe lip formula. So I'm lining my lips with the lip pencil first, but then, immediately was giving me really light, so I wasn't sure where this was going. I was hoping for a darker lip pencil, but this one's called Sweet Tea, so I'm kind of familiar with it. And then the lipstick is the matte lipstick in Sweet Tea, which I've never tried before. And then when I applied it, I just thought, why is this so light? Like, legit, it's beautiful, but why is it so light? The matte formula is more of like a comfort matte. It isn't a tugging matte. It looks really beautiful. It did glide on quite nicely. No problems at all. The lip gloss is also Sweet Tea, and it looks darker in the tube, but it applies quite light. So the combination was a little lighter than I expected, especially from the swatches and from the model, but it's still very pretty. I was just expecting something a little bit darker, so just bear that in mind. You might need to swap out the lip pencil for a darker lip pencil. So I'm just straightening out my bangs, if you like, just to give me a little quiff, just so that I can pull the entire look together. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you what I think about the eyeshadow palette. To start with, I feel like they upped their game when it comes to the packaging. It came with a white film, which protected the shadows. I also love their palettes that have the names printed on it. I feel like it elevates the palette. The £26 price point is fantastic. It's one of the reasons why I love Morphe palettes. The formula, the colors, the shades, everything you get is value for money. The swatches on the models is a little bit suspect. I mean, how can you swatch on a model and the model doesn't shift position or the hands don't change? But anyway, that's by the way. I feel like the colors are a little bit darker on the website than they are in person. Though they are rich, they're beautiful, they blend really, really well. You do get good hues, good pigmentation. You can use this for a multitude of looks. You've got a good balance of mattes and shimmer shadows. The shimmer shadows are more of the thicker shimmer shadow formula, like the stiffer ones. You don't get any duochrome type of shimmer shadows or anything like that. They're pretty much the standard shimmers that I absolutely love from Morphe, so bear that in mind. But either way, as I said, it kind of reminds me of the Jaclyn Hill Part 2 palette mixed in with a natural flirt, like if they had a baby, but it does have its own identity. So I do love that they've got darker tones, they've got mid tones, they've got lighter tones, so a multitude of people can actually use this palette. So all in all, I love the color story of the palette. Is one that I would definitely reach for, for Valentine's, for birthdays. It's for every day. You've got browns in there as well that you can use. So I feel like it's a very versatile palette. So if you're looking for something cute for the season or just a new palette to add to your collection, I hand on heart I hand on heart recommend this, and you can save some money by using my Morphe discount code, which is GLAMFAM553, to save some money. It will be linked in the description box. In terms of the lip kit, they're beautiful, they're lovely, but just bear in mind that it's a little lighter in person than it is on camera, so you might have to switch out the lip pencil with a darker one. But for what you get, a lipstick, a lip gloss, a lip pencil for that price, I think it's fantastic. So if you're looking for these types of tones for your collection, definitely check it out. And that is it. Let me know what you think about this look. Let me know what you think about the collection. Is it something you're gonna pick up? And I will definitely catch you in a future video. Now remember, God doesn't like ugly. Be nice to someone today, and Black Lives will always matter. And I'll catch you soon. Bye.